Welcome to Game Bros. This is Kuko.
And this is Prodigy.
That shows how rusty I am. I missed one show and I forgot
you missed your
how to do the intro. I was supposed to say, this is... Yes, this is Kuko. And of course, we are...
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live!
We are live from our Game Bros studios here in beautiful, beautiful Miami, Florida. And we're super excited to be here with you guys and talk a little bit of games, a little bit of the gaming world and all the future that the gaming world has in store for us. I'm super excited for the next upcoming months. We're going to get a bunch of new games. We're going to get new consoles. Some people are getting new PCs. We had our girl Nikki, our PR person. She just built herself her gaming PC. So we're excited to put that PC through its paces. We got a lot of action coming these next couple of months.
Yes, I can't wait. It's always the end of the year when all the big bam, shabam stuff is going to be happening. And now that we're going to be jumping into a new generation of consoles, it's going to be crazy going into it.
And the good thing about competition, it breeds good stuff for the consumer, for us, because you have one company trying to do something good, the other one trying to outdo it, and the winners of that whole shebang will be us. So I'm excited to see what is in store for us. So let's just get into the news then and start talking about these video games. So, of course, everybody knows that we got a couple consoles coming out, the PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series X and S. And so we're excited to see what these things could do other than play video games. We already know they can play video games, right? That's what
of course
consoles are for, right? But what other things can we do? For instance, I would love to be able to chat with 100 people at once, apparently. Why the heck?
Where did you get this one? Just kidding. I know. 100 people in a party. How's that going to work?
Why? My question is why? I've always said it. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. You can apply that to a lot of things. You can apply that to
many things. Yeah.
To music, to art, to certain things. And in this case, in a chat room, dude, we get 16 people and it's chaos.
Dude, 16 people, more like 8 people and it's already chaos. Everyone talking over each other and everything. But dude, I agree.
But we've done custom matches in Rainbow Six, and we've had 16 people in the chat at one point.
Really? Was I not invited?
You were invited. Why? What
16 people. The limit's 10 in a match, bro.
Oh, so it's it's
a 5v5.
What is the limit on the chat right now?
16, but we never filled it. We've only had it up till like 10.
I think one night we did. We had some people
12,
on other.
12.
Okay.
12 or 13.
12, 13, 16, 10 is still a lot. I don't understand 100. What would be the point of having 100 people? Even if you're a streamer and you want to have your streamers involved, it would be chaos.
Dude, it's a lot of people. You think of that many people trying either to be quiet or everyone's talking over each other.
Just look at a chat. Just a chat alone and having 100 people in a chat. The chat just... even if you put it on slow mode, the chat still crawls up pretty quick.
Yeah.
And imagine having 100 people chatting at once. So the PlayStation 5, they went into the code of the UI and they kind of found the leak of the
100 player parties. I mean, I think 20 is more than enough.
I think they should focus on letting us play with more people physically in person.
Ooh, then you're gonna be disappointed.
Oh, don't tell me they're doing the whole 4-player thing again, or maybe just 2.
We'll jump into that a bit later. But another thing they wanted to mention, that I was going to mention as well, was that PlayStation is going to have a whole listing for all of you people that are backwards compatible frenzies. Well,
gotta have my PlayStation 2.
I mean,
bust a move game.
But I mean, this is for the people that have already installed on the PS4 base, like you and I. We have a lot of games that maybe we still haven't played or beat, or like games that can transfer over or whatever. They're going to have a whole list going into detail on their website, on the Sony website, giving every single game that is going to be backwards compatible. Hopefully there's a search option, because I don't think
when is this going to happen?
Near launch. They're going to release it on their website. So if
Well,
you guys want to look up your game,
we're kind of near launch right now. I don't know how much further they want to wait for us to get closer to this November 13th.
Yeah.
Or what's the date again?
November 12th.
I don't remember. You know why? Because I'm not getting one. Thank you, PlayStation.
No, we're getting one.
We are?
Yeah, we're going to get one. Don't worry, we'll get one.
I'm going to have to sacrifice a kid to get this thing, I think. But we're going to be camping, s'mores, and tents and everything if we have to in front of a Best Buy. I'm going to have to take out an Amazon truck or something. I'm going to have to call my boy Vin Diesel, and we could do some Fast and the Furious action on one of those trucks.
Oh, my gosh.
And take it over.
Also, shout out to, I believe, Velopec is in the chat. He was the one carrying everyone on Team Luminescent on our Friday tourney. If you guys didn't tune in, we had a Friday Rainbow Six tourney.
You know how they have those master lessons, those master classes? Can he like set up something like a Patreon where I can pay him to give me lessons
to teach you how to play Rainbow?
Yeah, he's probably gonna be like, he's gonna say, "Cuckoo, you're basically like a stormtrooper. We can't help your aiming."
Any more than it is right now, it's stuck here. It's not gonna get any.
This
better.
is all genetics. We're gonna have to like clone you better. This is not gonna work out. They did an awesome job. You know, the funny thing is that my team, it was kind of like a mosh posh of people, so we weren't really like communicating and everything. But you know, we tried. I don't know if you noticed, there was this one time we were gonna plant upstairs, and I'm there, and I got the diffuser, and my son goes, "Dad, I droned the room. Go in, no problems." And as soon as I walk in, MVP MJ King just domes both of us. Yes. I was so pissed.
Dude,
when
I saw the kill feed, I'm like, MVP MJ King got a double kill, and all I see is like both of your bodies go like on the floor.
I was so angry, and he's like, "Yeah, I searched the room. I promise there was nobody in there. He just appeared out of nowhere." I'm like, "Dude, you just got us killed." And Boomstick was, I can feel him just in his house, just so angry. But we got wrecked by that team, and Luminescence just freaking destroyed them.
Yeah,
and I could just hear Boomstick. Like we were like, oh, we might play a third round. I mean, a third place match. Let's keep practicing. Maybe we could, pull it around. And I just hear Boomstick in the background. Like, these guys are amazing. They have champions. They're just wrecking the other team. We have like no chance. I'm like, oh, okay. So much for that plan.
No, yeah, but it was a good time. I'm glad that everyone got to participate, everyone who signed up. So
the funny thing is that everybody's like, hey, when's your next tournament? And what's it going to be? And it's like, dude, we do tournaments every month. And it's not us choosing, is you guys choosing. Yeah. And basically what we want is to bring a light these teams like Luminescence. That's why Nikki, our PR person, she came up with this idea of having our fans be involved and us giving them kind of a spotlight. Yesterday we were with our girl, official Game Babe, and we were talking about how we're trying to give smaller people, we're pretty small, but we're still trying to give other smaller people a chance to increase their name and their fame. And this is a good way of doing it. So I'm really happy. So if you guys have tournament ideas, when we do the tournament vote, you just gotta vote for it to be.
Yeah. For now, guys, on IG, we actually put out a question poll today. So that way you guys can submit any games that you guys want to see or you guys have a group for or anything like that that you guys want to see in the future. And then we'll be releasing the poll on Tuesday of this week with the list with the little chart of games for a little poll so you guys can vote. And it'll be in the same format. You guys go and vote in that poll. And then by the end of by next Sunday's show, we'll have the game planned out, and then we'll tell you guys the date and when registration's open and close. All right, so make sure you guys are prepared. Make sure you guys are on our socials and on our IG and everything, so that way you guys can go and voice your opinion and voice your suggestions and vote in the polls for next week's turn for next month's tourney.
So going back to the whole backwards compatibility, right now I am actually doing what you're saying. There's hardly any games coming out, so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go in my backlog and just start knocking these games out and start getting some of those trophies because I'm a trophy hunter. So that's what I'm doing because I know once the PlayStation 5 comes out, I want to play Godfall. I want to play these new games. I know there's a lot of people that like to play the old games and have backwards compatibility. Like you said, my library, I got like 1,000 games. If Sony says, hey, Kuko, you can't bring your 1,000 games, but you could bring over like 50, that's all I really need. Like, dude, I don't really need to bring, Overcooked 1 when I got Overcooked 2. Things like that.
Agree.
So, we got the, this is off topic and everything, but we got the Game Bros Christmas party coming up, and just in time, Jackbox 7's coming out.
It comes out this month, I believe, right?
Yeah. So I'm like, right when I saw the video, the trailer for the game, I'm like, this is perfect. This is what we're gonna do.
Perfect timing.
So backwards compatibility, I know Xbox is doing a really good job with their system with backwards compatibility. Sony still has like, maybe we'll do some stuff, maybe we won't. So we'll get to see this list eventually and finally know if our games are gonna. Some of the games also are having I don't know if we're gonna talk about this now about the saving stuff,
the cross saving. That I forgot, but we can just. I mean, it's all mixed in. Like we're all talking about details we've gotten this week from PlayStation 5.
So some games will cross, like you can carry your save over, and some games will not carry your save over. It's a game to game basis with the PlayStation 5. I know Xbox. There's no question about it.
Yeah,
everything just carries over.
Yeah, everything moves over.
Now my question is, why does Xbox have that figured out? How come they know what they're doing when it comes to that, and Sony's like, me no know, maybe something, no.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I'm like, is it that hard to transfer data over?
And the thing is that
for a save, it's not even the entire game. It's just the save data.
Yeah, like mission 1, level 1.
And you're in this point in time.
Like you're in a certain map. You're in this map, this area.
You have this many artifacts collected of whatever it is.
And my thing is that I understand with the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4, the architecture is so different that, okay, like this one was like an apple and this one's an orange and we don't transfer over. But we made a pineapple and this new one's like a pineapple too. Like, why don't these two pineapples work together and make a pineapple, salad or something.
Yeah.
Xbox has the same architecture between both of them. That's why it transfers over. But at the same time, I thought the PlayStation and Xbox architectures were pretty similar. Not exactly the same, but around the same ballpark. I just don't understand why.
In what sense?
In the same that they both kind of use the same processor. They all use the same GPU, stuff like that. I don't know how to make games. I know how to play them. I don't know what it takes to make games. But at the same time, like if I save a file, my Windows 97, and I have a Windows XP, it worked over.
It would work
and
over.
then an NT and the Windows 8 and the Windows 10, the file just kept transferring over. It didn't say, hey, you know that file? It don't work no more. So I just don't understand that.
I see your reasoning.
And then some of them do and some of them don't. Like, what does one game? How can one company figure it out and the other one doesn't? I just don't get that.
I think also at the same time, the whole if you want to play PS4 games, you have to play them, or you don't have to, but you can play them on an external that you can hook up, which will only run, like it'll run the PS4 games off of that external, not on the SSD itself, unless the game is installed on the PS5 itself, other than the hard drive. I guess that changes things a tad bit, because because there's going to be games that are PS4 which you could put on your PS5 on like inside the hard drive of the PS5, and it'll have the boosted whatever, you know how they're going to have like the upscaling thing? So that'll change that, but if you play on a regular hard drive, it's just the same PS4 game. Like there's nothing different about it. So maybe the data has to do something with transferring from the hard drive to the SSD, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why they just
the only one that knows is Mark Cerny.
Yeah, he's
the only
guy that knows. But
Speaking
now that
of
we're on the topic
hard
of
drives.
hard drives, what do you think about this next bit of news?
I thought that, okay, so for a while they kept saying PlayStation 4 with a 850 gig hard drive, and everyone was under the assumption, okay, it's 1 terabyte, it's using some for the operating system, and the 850 is what we got left over. That's why they keep saying that. And I know that's what you thought.
That's what I thought.
I'm like, it's kind of weird that they found an 850 hard drive. They're usually like 500, a terabyte. They're usually like whole numbers.
Or maybe 850. Or maybe 750 too.
Yeah.
Good, like compromise between.
Yeah. So 850 is such a weird number. So I thought the same thing. Maybe it's, but we came to find out this week that no, it's not. It is an 850, and we're using 200 on the operating system, and all we have left is 650 or 664.
664. I am super disappointed. Xbox put out this week, actually, they have a 1 terabyte.
And they got
850 is left over for games.
Yeah.
So that's a whole 220 gigs, which is a pretty good amount of like
2 games.
2 full-fledged AAA games, if you want
a couple indies stuck in there.
No, dude. For 220?
Yeah, you got one Call of Duty.
But you put Call of Duty in there. Call of Duty replaces 3 games.
You got a Call of Duty and a 2K, and you're done.
Oh my goodness!
Call of Duty,
you stuck Call of Duty in there. That's the problem.
Grand Theft Auto.
You could put Apex in there. Yeah. You could put Rainbow Six in there. Those like 80 gigs around there.
Yeah.
You know, but
the thing is that
I'm just disappointed that PlayStation didn't. Why didn't they go with a 1 terabyte?
To save money.
That's what I was about to say.
Is it a
money thing?
Because
it's a money SSDs thing. Are expensive.
Because I even looked into so one of our more successful videos that we've had is when we got the PS4. And that same very night, we converted the hard drive to a hybrid SSD back then. That's what we did. And so I kind of looked into the same thing. I'm like, dude, I'm going to buy a PlayStation 5. I'm going to look into swapping out the SSD to a higher, a bigger storage. So I looked into a 2 terabyte, a 3 terabyte hard, and they're pretty expensive too. I know 2 weeks ago we talked about the SSD for Microsoft that was 220, but dude, that's what they go for. That's what a 1 terabyte SSD of that speed goes for. So it's kind of kudos to Microsoft, because they were able to get into a small little card, very easy to plug in and play and swap it out. And I got 1 terabyte here, and then I got another one. The hard part is memorizing what games are on what memory card. You laugh, but People my age remember that. PS2, PS1, and PS2. It was like, damn, what games did I have saved on this memory
write
card?
it on the thing, bro.
And then when you erase it,
no, you write set 1. And then you list it, have it written down like in a paper or something. So set 1 has all these games.
So back in the day, the memory cards for PlayStation had a little sticker with, and you would write my Metal Gear.
Like a floppy disk that had the white stripe on it so you could title it.
But then when you move and erase and save and blah, 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 you're like, I'm just going to keep tearing it off and putting new ones on.
Oh, but don't move and erase. Just keep it there. There's no need for that.
But so that's the thing now. So we don't know how big the games are. Like we don't know how big Godfall is, with 4K, all the rendering, all the freaking textures and stuff. So all these games are gonna get bigger. So I guess at the beginning, 664 is gonna be good enough at the beginning, but after a while you're gonna have to increase the storage.
Yeah.
And what sucks is that you could
compromise with
put an external hard drive and save games on there, but then you lose the power of the SSD.
So in what sense? For speed.
Yeah. No, wait. Let me walk that back. You could put PS4 games on like PS5 games can't even work on that.
So one thing I was gonna say, Retro was talking about. So I need to buy a PS4 hard drive to play games on the PS5. No. What we're saying is if you want to play your PS4 games on your PS5, you can either download them from the store into the PS5 internal hard drive, or SSD, I mean.
And you get a bump.
And you get it it's a bit boosted, it's a bit quicker. Or you can just plug in via USB an external hard drive.
Right now I have my external hard drive on my
play
PS4.
Your PS4 games.
And on my PS4, I have like 3 terabytes of games saved. So when the PS5 comes out, I could just unplug my hard drive and plug it into my PS5, and I'm good to go. I can start playing the games.
Yeah.
The only problem is that I'm not a problem. I just won't be able to get that boost from the hard drive, the speed, it would load the games faster than the PS4, but it's not gonna load them to the PS5 speed.
Yeah.
The only way to get that speed is by getting the games and actually put them in the SSD that's inside
the PS5.
Because the SSD inside the PlayStation is not like a regular disc. It's basically a large memory card, like a RAM.
Yeah, it's like a big rectangle thingy like this.
Yeah, it's like a RAM slot.
Looks like a RAM stick.
Yeah. So that's why it gives it that speed. So same thing with Xbox. In Xbox you could have your Series X and plug in a hard drive and all the Xbox One games you could play, but it won't take advantage of the hardware.
Yeah, be running at the speed of that.
Yeah.
So there's that. I mean, later on, hopefully we're gonna see maybe a lessening in the price of SSDs. Hopefully, moving forward, they'll keep advancing through the years, and then the other ones kind of move down and trickle down because
that's how it always is.
It's a big.
I remember when I bought my
investment.
SSD for my computer when it first came out. It was like $300 for a terabyte. Now you could get a 1 terabyte SSD for like $50, $60. No problem.
No, not SSD. Not SSD.
Yeah.
Oh, like the stick.
No, like the small little hard drive SSD, not the ROM stick. That one's expensive.
Oh, okay.
It's because that's the difference. Okay, it's weird. So there's an SSD that's like, it looks like a hard drive but just smaller, and that connects with a hard drive cable to it. So it uses the same cable.
Oh, okay. It doesn't use like the SATA ports from like the old.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it does use the SATA.
Oh, it does use the SATA ports? Okay.
But the new SSDs basically look like a large ROM stick.
Yeah.
A RAM stick, sorry, RAM.
Oh, okay. So
RAM.
you have
so
like
that one actually goes right into the motherboard.
Mm.
So the other one, you need a cable. It goes connected from the motherboard to the hard drive.
Oh, so that's what we
That's
have.
the difference. So like on my PC, I have an SSD, but it is going through the hard drive cable. Bless you.
I hate when I can't see.
It goes through the hard drive cable, and then it goes connected to the hard drive settings of the motherboard. Mm-hmm. What improves the speed of the other SSD that goes right into the motherboard with like a RAM stick. Mm-hmm. That's what increases the speed because it goes right into the motherboard, and so the access and loading and reading of the memories fast.
Yeah, there's no need to go through a cable or anything like that.
That's what it is.
But yeah, hopefully I don't know. I'm just a bit disappointed.
I blame
that the
Sony
PS5
for that
has,
because
less.
they announced the PlayStation like almost a year ago, and they still haven't cleared up a lot of these things. A lot of the is PS Plus gonna be the same price? Am I gonna need PS Plus for my multiplayer still? Is any of that gonna change? Is there a PS Plus price for PlayStation 4, and is there a one for PlayStation 5, which is more? Like, what's going on? Like,
I think it's gonna carry over.
I believe so too, but they haven't said that.
Yeah.
So we're not 100%. Like, and it's been a year.
I guess.
Xbox
they showed off the PlayStation Plus collection with those games. I mean, PS3 from PS4, our membership carried over on the account. I don't see why they wouldn't do that.
Yeah, but when the PS3 and PS4, we had to get it for PS4, and PS3 we didn't have to. On PS3, it was still free to play online.
Yeah, I mean, they still gave it to us though.
But you get what I'm saying though. They gave us that information. Hey guys, when the PS4 comes out, you're gonna need PlayStation Plus to play online. PS3 you didn't need to. PS4 you do. Same thing. Like, they haven't addressed that.
Yeah. I think they need another full-fledged showcase with the head executive out there in a video. He's explaining, like, if it was an E3 presentation of a console. Because you go back to the E3 presentations of the past of PS4 launch and Xbox One launch. Of course, we didn't have the Rona, and we had full, the executives.
The Rona thing, that's a terrible excuse because the whole world is still going.
Yeah.
Especially
but I think the organization of events has been completely different.
Yeah, but Prodigy, like, you and I do a show every week, and we set up stuff. Like, you can tell, like, a bunch of people on Sony, Xbox, same thing. Xbox still has a bunch of questions that haven't been answered.
I mean, you can the equivalent of PlayStation Plus, Xbox Live. They haven't mentioned anything about that.
But they have. They talked about the Ultimate Pass. They talked about how.
Yeah, but they haven't mentioned that if you gotta pay gold or whatever.
No, they say it carries over. And no price increase.
Even, but that you're talking about the pass or gold?
The Ultimate Pass is because Xbox Gold is they kind of did away with it.
Now it's all combined.
Inclusive, yeah. And all that stuff. So
I know there's a discount though moving into next generation.
But you get what I'm saying? Like, they could easily tell like 10 guys, hey, you guys can edit this video for us so you can put it up on YouTube. Especially explaining little things like that. It takes like 5 minutes, and I think it would help a lot to answer a lot of questions that other people might have.
That's what I'm saying. I think something else has to happen, like, really, really soon. Either showing off the UI, showing off something.
Like today they had like 3 famous Japanese YouTubers.
Yes.
And I watched it at 5 a.m. I woke up at 5 a.m. to watch it.
Can we jump to this?
You can jump to whatever you want.
So we're going to jump to a dev kit from the PS5, which I want this controller. I don't want the white one. And this is the boot up for the dev kit, and people are very scared that this is going to be the boot up for the PS5 itself, because the speed isn't. It takes a while if you look at it. I mean, it takes a bit longer than what you would expect it to be. So I don't know what your thoughts are on this.
My thoughts are, why can't I get that controller?
That's what I said.
That looks so clean.
That's what I said.
Second, it does look slow, but have you booted up your PlayStation 4? The PlayStation slow is so much slower, though.
Really? I feel like they're equivalent.
They are? You think so? Like, maybe my PlayStation Plus is... maybe I need to do put some WD-40 in it.
I don't know.
But at the same time, I agree with you. We're talking about 7 years of hardware innovation.
This is slower than the Xboxes right now.
Yeah, but the Xbox boot up is the same as the Xbox One. Identical. Everything, nothing's changed.
What do you mean? Like the way it looks, or the
way it looks and everything?
No, we're talking about speed, though.
No, okay, but your speed, the speed also helps that it's the same exact thing as before.
I guess you're right. Yeah,
but
here, look at that beautiful particle.
No, but I understand what you're saying though. Like, I think that after 7 years of innovation and technology, and we just talked about SSDs and all that, is booting off of a SSD instead of a hard disk. It should be faster.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
And to be honest with you, with the Xbox Series X, the way they can switch between 5 different games is mind-blowing.
Oh, the
and I don't know if
which-
PlayStation has
which-
an answer for that.
which they stated that they're gonna have the 10 games running 30 on a cloud at the same time, but we have yet to see anything. Xbox has been showing stuff. We haven't seen.
Wait,
crap.
wait. I'm confused. So is PlayStation gonna do this?
Oh yeah. Well, they stated.
Okay. So
Have we seen? No, absolutely
okay,
not.
because I've seen the Xbox
yes,
one.
we've
and
seen many examples of. The
and it
Xbox
looks
one.
like Harry Potter magic.
Yeah.
How good that
They
thing was.
jump from State of Decay, right where they left off. Boom, jump to Ori and the Will of the Wisps, right where they left off. Forza, right in the middle of the race, and they left off.
Yeah.
It's pretty
and
amazing.
for someone like me, you know, I got friends like Jimbo, Midfield Maestro. They play the same game. Like they'll load up the same exact game, but I play the bunch of different games. That feature to me is because we do this whole thing. That feature to me is one of the features I would love to have on the PS5.
You guys want to go
Even-
play Rainbow? Done. I'm already here, boys.
Yeah,
Let's go.
yeah.
You guys want to play Apex? I'm
Dude,
already
because closing down the app, then even Rainbow.
and let's not talk
Rainbow
about-
takes like
And-
5.
And let's
6
not talk
minutes.
about the UI of the PlayStation when it starts. Well, at least for me, because I have the
Yeah.
first gen. Dude, I press the home button and it takes 30 minutes for all the tiles to go and open up, and then I can select my game, and
Yeah.
then I can open it.
Yeah.
It takes forever.
And sometimes you go up and then it comes back down by
yes.
itself, and you're like,
oh
okay.
my gosh, I hate that.
See, that's another thing I want to see. It's not a make or break for me. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna buy the PlayStation 5 because of the UI, but I still would like to see what I'm getting. I want to see
Yeah.
what the UI looks.
I like the little change here in the login screen.
Now,
Particles.
or are you kind of the parent that doesn't want to get a review event? Like you rather see the baby when it's born. You're like, oh, it's a girl, it's a boy. Or
Oh
would you
heck
like?
no! I'm so sorry. I want to see this before. I want to
Okay.
see a damn event. Them booting up the PlayStation.
Okay, so you
them
want
going
a
through
gender
it.
party? You want
I want them to launch Horizon Zero Dawn 2 and play it in front of me and see how fast it loads.
Yeah.
I'm asking a lot, but PlayStation. I know you're listening.
But see, like you said, that this is another thing. Xbox has shown it, and it
Yes.
works very well, and it's very like I want that here. I want to see it work. But going back to the boot up, yeah, it's kind of scary if it takes that long.
Yes, indeed.
Like I would expect it to be a little
Which-
faster with the SSD speed.
Mhm. In regards to boot up and hardware and all that good stuff, apparently the PlayStation 5 fan is in a minimal sound level, and it stays. It's cool, like been tested up to like 80 minutes of
Okay.
time of running a game on it, and just I guess staying there at 80 minutes has been pretty cool.
So what you're
So-
saying is that Quito could put his ice bag away?
Yeah, he doesn't need to put ice packs in it on his PlayStation anymore.
So all those third-party companies that was designed to make those hydrogen-powered
The
cold plates,
thermodynamics.
cold plates for it, you guys don't need to make that anymore. I'm interested in seeing how the engineering of these two machines, like 3 or 4 years from now, how
Are gonna hold up.
are they gonna hold up? Because to see the PlayStation, like it's got vents, but to me it doesn't look like it have enough vents, and so does the Xbox Series X. Only has that on the top, but I guess they have that whole tornado technology.
I love Xbox's idea when it came to how they built the Series X.
Yeah.
I think the way they made it, the chassis, like almost like I guess a sandwich. Everything goes in the middle,
Yeah.
and the way
With
they
a dual
did the
motherboard
cooling,
system.
Yeah, and the way they did their cooling system, I think was very, very smart. Hopefully, I mean, I don't expect it to be blowing hot air out of the top of the thing. You know,
People
hopefully,
roasting marshmallows.
yeah, like people having marshmallows over the fire or anything like that. But I mean, we also I guess have to see a bit more in depth on PlayStation's idea with the vents on the side. I know there might be like fans that rotate it out and kind of
Yeah.
circulate everything out, but
I
we-
think
we
after
have to see that.
the Red Ring of Death, I think both companies are like, this is something that we always have to
Oh, yeah.
focus on. Like Xbox kind of dropped the ball with the Red Ring of Death and the heat. Like, what do we do to avoid that catastrophe? We don't want that to happen to us. So they always invest a lot into cooling, how we're gonna cool it, how we're gonna get the heat out. Are we gonna use? I'm surprised that neither one of them went with water cooled. I know
Dude,
it's
I
a lot
remember
more expensive, but dude, it saves
Dude,
a lot of worrying,
yeah.
of noise and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Even what's the cooling system on PCs that isn't water cooling, but it's oh my gosh,
The thermal.
thermal.
I know they use thermal paste on the
Well,
CPU.
yeah, but there's a crap. Nikki, you're in the chat. I think you have one on your PC. It's like this ring that attaches to it, and the actual cord of it also has like cooling on it. I don't know what it's called. I forgot. And that's what I'm gonna put on my PC too. I gotta remember this. Retro, we're gonna get into that topic later. Don't jump too ahead of us. Going into these pictures, which is why I told you you're gonna be disappointed in some form. Here we see an normal DualShock. You see the little light bar here?
Yeah.
And the blue light here on the sides.
Yeah, yeah.
And here's player 2 with the
Okay.
red on the sides.
Same like now.
You got player 2 with green on the sides. And you got player 2 with purple on the sides. Now, what does this mean? The reason I bring up all these three is because we see that they're player 2, but they all have different colors. Retro, or I think it was Retro that mentioned it. We might see maybe another form of customization to our controller. We could change the color we want on it.
Yeah.
Because on the PS4, we saw that player 2 was designated to red, player 3 was green, player 4 was purple. Maybe there's customization. But we also had another photo of player 1 having 4 of these lights in the touch bar lit up to player 4.
Okay, but you could also. Oh my gosh! Please don't do this to me. It's because you know what? It's because I don't know if your generation cares.
I do. I miss having 8 players on one console.
Did you guys have that?
We played on PS3 with that stuff, dude. I remember that.
I give you a perfect example. All Stars Battle Royale 2. How are you guys gonna do it with only just 4 players, dude? When you have Smash Brothers, what's the max on Smash? Like
8.
How does the Switch, the wannabe console, get away with having?
You want me to give you a bit of hope? It can be like the PS3 where they combine the first light with the fourth light, and it.
That's
makes
what I
player
thought.
5.
I thought that maybe they could have different color combinations.
They can do that.
Like one means 2, 1 3 means another one, 1 and 4 means another one.
Mm-hmm, yeah. So 1 4 is 5, then
It's
2
because
4 is
dude,
6.
there's so many. It's because I understand in a developer standpoint, like how often does 8 people get together at a party or something? Like most are 1-player games, and like I get the couch co-op goes away, but dude, I used to love playing just all the sport games with 5 or 6 friends, 3 versus 3. Like in Madden, you can only do 2v2. Like that sucks. And I know Rainbow Run on Xbox had 8 people running. That is like when we play.
A lot of people.
Yeah, and it's fun though.
Yeah.
Like we would play Speedrunner, and it's only 4. Imagine 8 of us playing that. Imagine Hyper Jam 2 with 8 people.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be friggin' awesome.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, like I mentioned, we could still hold out hope that there might be, some combination with the lights, kind of like how we saw back in PS3.
Same thing when I hate when the PlayStation, I know this is first world problems, but when I'm playing and then I'm gonna play VR and then I want to use the Move controllers. No, you gotta shut off some other ones because you're already maxed out on your Bluetooth stuff. Really?
Yes, I absolutely agree.
Like
I don't like that.
we 7 years later, I think we can get past this huge obstacle
of like this many, only 4 Bluetooth devices at once.
Yeah, this is
especially when PS3 was doing it with 8. There's a big difference here. But yeah, so those were the things that we got to see. I really hope we see more from PlayStation in regards to a lot of the details like we were talking about.
We're only a month away.
We're only a month away. It's
same thing.
crazy.
We talk PlayStation stuff a lot, but same thing from Xbox. I would like to see a little bit more from them, even though they're doing a great job.
They this week they sent out review consoles to a bunch of people as well. People got their hands on the Xbox.
They tried it out. Tried doing the dual boot of different games. How fast the games boot. backwards compatibility, cloud saving, cloud.
Plo style in the chat described my exact problem. I don't want to wait 5 hours to leave a party chat on PS4 when I'm in the middle of a game. Dude, it takes forever to go. Like,
or let's say you're in COD and they invite you to a party because you started playing by yourself,
5 hours to
and then you're like, and then you go to open up the invite of the party, and then you're just, by the time you come back, you're like, damn, I died 6 times. There's got to be a different way of doing that without you having to completely just abandon the game.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully,
I think that's
what I'm saying. We gotta see.
Maybe this is an easy fix or not. But my idea is if somebody, like, let's say Plo style invites me, I see it, I press the home button, I automatically join. And if I don't want to join them, I don't press the button.
Don't press the button, absolutely. There's a reason the home button thing is there when it pops out.
Yeah, it's like, oh, Prodigy wants to play. Oh, I want to join them. Press the button. Guess what? Automatically happens. I can keep playing. I don't have to get wrecked like 1,000 times.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree.
Just an idea, Sony.
We know you're listening.
I wonder if Xbox is the same way. I haven't played it in such a long time.
I also want to see how the mic feature is going to work. There's the button right there in the middle. It's like a white button. So it looks like if you go put it on mute, it lights up. It has like more like transparency.
That thing's going to suck up juice like crazy.
What?
I wonder
the mic?
The controller, how the battery life on it.
Oh, yes.
But the good thing is USB-C, so it charges up really quick. And my color's going to be on green all the time.
Yeah, that's why I click green right now. So
and I still want it to be green, but I also like it when call me old school, but I love it when Grand Theft Auto does the whole police chasing thing.
Yeah, or you're in Rainbow when you're at low health. It's red flashing and they're like doom 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 doom.
I like that.
But yeah, I know I like that too. But you know, a lot of these people,
a lot of these nerds don't like it.
What's the use of these flashing lights?
It's just like the other thing with the Rumble. Like, I want to know in the chat, like, are you guys Rumble fans or no Rumble fans?
Yeah, do you guys like vibration on your controller when you're playing games?
Because
or is
that's
that
the
like
case. Like, are you gonna buy what's a DualShock 5 and just shut off the haptic feedback on it just so it doesn't shake? I know, like, scuff controllers, you can buy it with no vibration on it.
Yeah, I know some people actually don't like it when they're playing, let's say, shooters because it throws off their aim somehow.
Yeah, that kind of happens in real life when you get shot.
I've grown up with it, so, I mean.
Kind of sucks in real life when you get shot, too. You can't, like, perfectly aim.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. All right, talking about aiming.
Oh, that happened with Official Game Babe. She's like, oh, do you like racing games? I'm like, yeah. She's like, you don't like Need for Speed? I go, I do, but I don't. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I don't think I should be able to go like 100 miles an hour and just fly right into another car and nothing happens. Like, it's not realistic to me. Oh, she's like, oh, you like realistic games? I'm like, I do, but I understand that they're video games, but come on, dude. Like, if like Need for Speed, like if I outlap you and you crash, 5 seconds later, you shouldn't be right on my bumper again.
No, yeah, absolutely agree.
I had to explain to her and Glow what rubber banding was.
Oh, they did. Oh,
she's like, I'm like, I don't like the game because it's got too much rubber banding.
They're like,
what is that?
What?
I'm like, so this is how rubber banding works.
Pulls out a whole like chart. Oh, this. So Velopec in the chat, since you're Pro League Rainbow Six player, you don't like vibration. So do I have to play on vibration and get good? Is that what's keeping me from getting to the high rank?
That's why I'm like, and the vibration
moves my stick too much to the right and I miss. Crap Rapper,
I like how
also
you
do wish the lights were a bit brighter, but then again, we gotta think about battery consumption.
But just like this one, you can adjust it.
Probably. Most likely.
But on the one, the PlayStation 4, you can adjust it brighter, lighter, whatever. I'm sure you'd be able to do it here. I like how he admits he's a pro leaguer. With Jimbo's like he's a pro leaguer, but he's like, no, I'm not. Sorry, guys.
No. I said I need to get to pro league level.
Oh, okay. I thought he was admitting that he's pro.
I'm in.
Amateur?
Is novice better than amateur?
You're semi-pro.
Oh yeah. Semi-pro.
You're semi-pro. You're getting there. You're getting there.
I'll say semi-pro in instances, right? To not
and
be
no crap rapper that's not a New England Patriots helmet. Oh, you can't see
Google,
it.
if you were a Transformer, you'd be Optimus Fine. It's a good one. I like that one. Which, talking about, well, we're going to get into Genshin later. So, Crap Pepper, make sure you stick around because I want to ask you a few questions. But continuing about, we're talking about shooting. We're talking about getting shot at. I mean, I don't know if you really like getting shot at. But Titanfall 3 leaks have been reportedly found by some Apex data miners.
I thought they were finally going to add the Titanfall pilot to Apex that they've been rumoring about for a couple.
They should. They should. I want that. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Good crossover. But I'm just excited. I'm excited for another Titanfall. I really hope. I've been excited since Titanfall 2. I spent countless hours on Titanfall 2. I beat the story probably twice.
When you talk about underrated series, Titanfall's
one of them. Absolutely.
Yeah. I think one of the biggest mistakes was Titanfall 1. The gameplay, everything was awesome, but not having a story kind of messed it up, and also being exclusive to Xbox kind of messed it up. The game itself was fun. It looked great.
And it was different.
Infinity Ward. Respawn, which was ex-Infinity Ward people. They know how to make good shooters. I remember playing it on Xbox and just seeing the freaking Titanfall drop for the first time. I'm like, dang, this is good.
Yes.
And I hope they make a Titanfall 3, and I hope they come through with it. I would like for it to have a good story campaign with it, and just bring back that action that we know and love from.
Because I think first shooters, as shooters go, I won't say too many of them have great stories, right? There's, the exceptions in certain accounts. In my opinion, Bad Company were great storylines, in my opinion. The Black Ops were great storylines, and Modern Warfare as well. I'm talking about the old ones. But Titanfall 2 was one that to me was a bit underrated. I like the story a lot. I think they did a great job going from nothing, because they didn't have anything in the first game, to something. I think they did a pretty good job. So I'm just excited to see how they're
I always used to mess around with DV back in the day. I go, Titanfall 1 is the only game you could beat without shooting a bullet. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, yeah, just leave the controller and you'll win the game. And get the trophy and the achievement of beating the game without even shooting a bullet.
Yes. Oh my gosh! But yeah, so that was good news to hear this week, as well as you mentioned Need for Speed. Actually,
that's tomorrow.
Tomorrow we're actually gonna get some details from our EA boys to see if what's going to go on with Need for Speed, what's going on, a new announcement, a new game.
My question is, does Need for Speed sell that well that they have basically made it an annualized game?
Oh, dude, I would say no.
I think they could skip a year or two
I
and just.
I have personal gripes with the game.
Okay.
I just don't like what they've. Heat messed it up for me. I did not like Heat. I hated the card system for your parts, and like the thing in the beginning. I launched a game. You remember where you had to get cards for parts and crap like that? Like, what other game did that? Battlefront 2 is an example.
Like microtransaction the crap out of it, you mean?
Yeah, and the whole thing of I just, to me, the Need for Speed game I played the most was Need for Speed 2017, which was the one that was on nighttime, which a lot of people also had problems with the game. But I think that one I liked the most, my opinion. I just liked tweaking my car, even though there wasn't like super in-depth tweaking. But I think the way they did it there was good. I wish they kind of revert back to older Need for Speed games to look at how they should build it. Because the way Need for Speed Heat went, there was some good things about it. I mean, the police stuff, the way they changed the police in this game was pretty cool. But I just wish they go back to more about the cars and how to build and from the ground up and try to build your car.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But, I mean, hopefully we see an interesting announcement.
My thing is, I don't know if the car, in like real life car game, is still there. Meaning, like, I remember when I was younger, people were more into customizing their cars in real life. So they're kind of like, oh, the car that I have in real life, I'm going to try to make it in the game. And also I'm going to get a dream car that I would like to have and make that into... I don't know if that scene is still a scene. I know it exists. It's still underground. Mm-hmm. We were talking to Glow about it this weekend. But my thing is that, like, I want a game that is more in the realistic side. I know Need for Speed is very arcadey, but like I just don't like rubber banding. That's what messed it up for me in the last one.
Yeah.
Like you do a perfect race and you know you don't crash, you don't hit none of the walls, and all the cars are still on you when they're crashing and just you like they would spin out and then you're okay like boom I got you I won and then right there they like pass you right before the end. You're like how the hell did you catch up to me? I did a perfect run. That's impossible. But I'm excited. Like I love the Underground series. Hopefully, you know, they always talk about that. It's like, yeah, we want to take it back to the Underground series, and they don't.
And they don't.
You know, I love when they had Grind. Was it Grind or Grid?
Shift.
Oh, Shift.
Shift
1 and Shift 2 were amazing. The sound, the way the car felt. If they could go back to those times, I think that would be good.
Yeah. Crap Rapper as well was mentioning that all they need to do is, I'm not a fan of remasters, but remaster Underground 1 or 2, but hopefully we can see from the ground up a whole new game, getting some of the old mechanics.
Just like even in real life, back in the old times, you had more racing cars out there. You had the Acura Integra, you had the NSX, you had the Celica, the Supras. Even car manufacturers are not making racing cars no more. They just make sedans, a bunch of SUVs, stuff like that. The only ones that are like Corvettes, making new Corvettes and stuff, but it's the imports are not really making, like I guess the 350Z got a new rework done.
A new rework, yeah.
But before, even Nissan had more than just one racing car. They had like 3 or 4 different racing models. Toyota had 2. And even if you want to, you know, the Honda had the S2K. Toyota had like 2 or 3 different cars. Subarus, I guess you got the BRZs and stuff like that.
But even then, though, if you want to consider like Subaru, Scion, they all fall under Toyota somehow. Yeah. Everything's like.
But back in the day, there were just more different kinds.
Yeah.
You had the Celicas, the Supras, you had Mustangs, you had Camaros, Firebirds. There was just a bunch of
plethora.
More.
So yeah, hopefully we get to see some new news heading forward with either another Need for Speed or just something along the Need for Speed.
Believe it or not, the next bit
tomorrow.
of news I'm not too happy about.
And we have our boy.
Yeah, like they're gonna announce some. Supposedly they leaked some.
I can see why
DLC.
You don't like it.
Because I want them to make another
new one. Game. Yes.
Yeah, don't waste your time on making DLC for like I love DLC. Only for a game that came out now and then you get DLC like 2 or 3 months later to kind of keep that like the love for that game to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
But you know,
this game's like a year old.
Yeah,
already.
the Fallen Order came out like
last November,
like 2 years ago.
No, it's not that long ago. It was last November.
Last November.
We were at E3. They announced it and then they released it in November.
Oh yeah. 2 years ago, November.
Dude, last year we went to Rona. Might feel long. It wasn't that long. We went to E3 last year, dude.
No, we missed this year.
They revealed it at E3.
Okay, maybe my math doesn't work.
I think the Rona extended time periods for you.
That's what it feels like.
Because during the top of Rona here in Florida, we were at E3 at the time the year before. So a year ago. Yeah.
So.
But no, I mean.
It feels so long ago.
I know it does. Yes, it does feel a long time ago.
But still, okay. Maybe a year later, DLC, meh.
I think I agree, though. I don't think single-player games should
waste your time making another one. Make the sequel.
Yeah. How long was Horizon came out? When did Frozen Wilds come out?
Like 6 months later.
6 months. That's it. To me, that's like a good time.
Yeah, that's because you worked on a game, you finished it.
I mean,
you chill for a little
Horizon's
bit, and then
extensive though. Like, let's say you're platinuming it. I think you're gonna be there for like a month or 2, maybe.
Yeah.
Doing everything on that map because that map's huge. So yeah, I can see 6 months is a good time. I mean, yeah, you're
and
right.
it gives the development team time to relax for a little bit. Like we finished the game, we pushed it out. Everybody take a month off and then come back, and we got 5 months to work on a little DLC for it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, like a year later, it's like, dude, like, come on, just make another one.
Yeah.
And just make it for the PS5, Xbox Series X, and just use as much resources you can to make the game look even better.
No, yeah, I agree. So yeah, also another more details coming in on a job posting actually from our boys at 2K, I guess. Yeah, 2K.
Yeah.
So BioShock Infinite, BioShock the next installment, so BioShock 4. The job posting had some interesting listings.
The sad thing is that we've been hearing about this for years.
We still haven't gotten anything.
Nothing. Not even like, is it gonna be
you know what?
in water,
I don't
on
mind.
top, outer space?
I don't mind that maybe they push
in the
back
middle of the earth
for next gen.
Okay,
Maybe
that's basically what's happening with Beyond Good and Evil. They just push it to next gen. They
Yeah.
didn't want to come out.
Yeah.
But that's fine. They could tell us, hey guys, we're gonna make Bioshock 4. It's gonna take a year or two. It's gonna be for next gen, and it's gonna take place in the middle of the earth.
Well, okay, so that's one thing I was gonna ask you. Where would you like to see this? Because in this job posting, they talked about creative ideas, like new creative, like.
Well, that's what
ideas
Bioshock is. Like, if you
yeah.
think about Bioshock, like they build a biodome underwater.
Yeah.
They build a city in the sky on these balloons with the sky hooks and everything. And I love Bioshock. We got some of the toys up there and everything. I would like to see it like I said, like in the middle of the earth, just like they dug to the center of the earth.
So an underground cavern lava layer type of.
No, like you ever seen the Journey to the Center of the Earth?
Yeah.
That when they get there, it's kind of like a beautiful habitat. There's like like rainforest,
Oh, so
and there's
almost
like dinosaurs there and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean now. Okay.
So that you take it down there, they make like a biodome down there, and you could even have those different biodomes. You can have like a rainforest area, one that's like volcanic, middle of the earth stuff, and that way you could stick some of that stuff like dinosaurs and giant lizards or something, over the top supernatural stuff that, center of the earth doesn't exist anyway.
Interesting. I'm thinking of.
But then you have the plasmids and stuff, and
Dude,
outer space would be another one. They just colonize the moon. Because the whole thing with them is that they take the most intelligent people and just like we're not taking this anymore. We're gonna go make our own
civilization
with and we're gonna teach our kids how to really be like nice people, and then everything goes to crap and they.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't think of like a place that's very, very interesting to me. It's because, dude, underwater and in the sky were pretty cool. So I'm just excited.
Frozen tundra, maybe.
I thought about that. I thought about that as well. Right now, in the snow, somewhere in the mountains or something like that would be pretty cool. But I also want a horror aspect. Like Bioshock 1, like their horror aspect of underwater.
Yeah.
I think
And
I want a bit more of
and
that. I want more of that back.
There was times that I was thinking, like, is this going to cave in and water's just going to rush in and just freaking drown me?
Oh, man. But, yeah. So. Oh, wait. Whoa. I actually didn't want to show. If you guys want to get back into the arena with your Play-Doh people with some new content, you guys will have this week. October 8th, Fall Guys Season 2.
So we're going to rank up on Fall Guys?
I got to finish my Season 1 Battle Pass. I'm like 10 levels away from maxing out on the Season 1
Don't
Battle
you have
Pass.
one of your friends? Isn't he like a freaking Pro League Fall Guys player?
Yes, he's at 500 wins strong. Dang. This season. Yeah, so I'm excited to see new content. Here we see all these new little costumes that everything's gonna be medieval style this season. In regards to the seasonal rewards and the maps that they're adding into it. So it's gonna be very cool. I liked how they've actually been updating this game recently on how it's changed. I don't know if you knew, but they've added variations to the maps that happen at random.
Yeah.
So they either change an obstacle from going forward and backward to left and right, or they add some new different like hammer or something in the way. So
giant ball that falls out of it.
Yeah, I do like that there's a bit of variation with their maps.
Like the games that came out of left field is Fall Guys and Among Us. are the games that
Yes.
just freaking like.
They blew up and they came out of nowhere.
I told you about Fall Guys.
Yeah,
I kind of feel like Fall Guys is kind of like
it is. And oh no, the community agrees. I think it's because Among Us has taken over.
Among Us.
Among Us has taken over like by storm a lot of people.
Yeah.
Just because it's a free game on mobile.
And that's the other thing. Among Us
And
came out on PC like a year ago
2018,
or 2 years ago,
yeah,
then,
2018.
and didn't get any traction on Steam.
That's what everyone's so surprised about.
And
That
then
it was a
mobile just-
game. It was a game that was about to be like non-existent. No one ever heard about it. And then when a launch on mobile came out, everyone started hearing about it.
And
It's on PC.
then if you look at the game itself, the concept of it, it's very intelligent, but the gameplay is very simple.
Yeah, it's not too complex.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you guys want to hop into some season 2 and new content in Among Us, wow, in Fall Guys, you guys can do
Well,
that.
Among Us 2 was going to
This
come out,
week
but
in October
they
8th.
postponed it because they're trying to fix Among Us 1.
They actually canceled it. They said they're gonna focus on Among Us 1 and add new maps, some new like tasks, and
They didn't cancel.
Explore
Basically, what they were going to do with Among Us 2, they're just going to into one.
oh yeah, no,
Like, all the ideas are,
Yeah,
you know
they're
what,
gonna-
just
they're
gonna,
yeah, because I mean, if you already have such a huge install base, why would you want to kind of split it? and
yeah,
make
and you
another
already
one?
did all this work on all this stuff. You're
Yeah.
not just going to, like, shred it.
Yeah, and like throw it away or anything
Yeah.
like that. So moving on to the next.
Speaking of mobile,
Oh yeah, good transition. I
speaking
like
of
it.
mobile,
What is coming to mobile soon? According to some of the again data miners.
the Wingman, apparently,
Wingman, what's a wingman?
the 301,
The 301. Ooh, that now you're getting
Prowler,
interesting. Prowler.
the Volt, Spitfire, and if you know these words, you know what we're talking about. We're talking about Apex Legends.
Apex Legends. Jimbo, if you're in the chat, I know you.
He just creamed himself.
Yeah.
By that I mean he ate like a donut. And just,
Yeah, like the cream like went on. Yeah.
yeah,
mhm,
the
indeed.
Boston cream. Shout out to Dunkin' Donuts. If you wanna
So
send
Apex
some
coming to mobile, Kuko. What do you think about this? Are you excited about this?
Yes. I'm super excited to be able to just murk on mobile players.
Crap rapper, you did not just say Fortnite. You see that exit button on the video? You can leave right now. Thank you. Continue with what you were saying.
But well, what made kind of no, I guess Fortnite had blown up before it went on mobile, right? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Um,
Mobile just made it go.
the whole mobile thing is just basically Apex said, hey, you know, we're gonna build this game and we wanted to port it to Switch mobile, basically the same crap.
What's the difference?
So might as well just put it on mobile, iOS, same thing.
Oh yeah, I mean,
What kind of magic goes on to make that happen?
to make it mobile. I
Yeah.
know, right? Well, for sure, detexturization, because in Fortnite mobile, you can see that the quality is way worse. Render distance might be one, but you know,
It's still magic though.
it's
If
still
you really think
it's
about
a big game. It's still a big game. So
Yeah.
to put
like if you see Fortnite and you see PUBG Mobile, they're like two different things.
Yeah.
Like, you could see the quality difference.
oh, absolutely.
And same thing with COD Mobile. COD Mobile is pretty good.
COD Mobile did a pretty good job in their
Yeah.
quality. Actually, I think they did a better out of
Yeah.
them. So we were interested to see what Apex. Now, am I gonna be playing on mobile? Absolutely not.
No, but I want to play against mobile people.
Hey, there you go. You had my correct reasoning. They're gonna be like, "Oh yes," and then I'm just like running around them in a circle and just shotgunning them from behind. But
My son, he plays with his girlfriend, and so she plays on mobile, and he plays on PS4, and then he runs down the stairs, Dad, I killed 35 people, and I'm like, for real? Let me go see this, like this, and then he's playing. I'm like, what's up with these characters? Why they're moving so weird? It's because Sophie's on mobile, so I'm playing against
They're
these
all
mobile
bots.
characters. So it basically was like he's like duck, 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 goose, just wrecking these
oh
people.
my gosh, yeah, the Fortnite's bots are they're bad. But I'm just excited. I'm hoping, not excited. I'm hoping that there's cross progression. Because there'll be moments where maybe I'm not home or something over the weekend and I still want to get some games in. and I can work on my battle pass or do my challenges somewhere else when I'm not home.
That's a good thing.
Because you gotta put in those battle pass points. You gotta use them up. So, talking about Apex, we also had the announcement of the Apex Collection event, which announced the crossplay beta. Which Retro Killer, if the crossplay beta is on, slide whatever they're gonna use as an ID. I'll add you there on Apex. We're gonna run some games. Don't worry about it. But crossplay is gonna be in beta for this event, which is gonna be happening this Wednesday, which is the 7th, I believe. Yes.
Whoever Apex has designing their skins.
I love this one right here. Cat Girl Wraith. Perfect.
Have you seen the Lifeline one? She looks like she's got
Lifeline.
Splinter Cell.
Oh yes, she looks like she looks like Spec Ops or something like that.
And it's actually named Breach and Clear.
What? That's cool. I like that.
So like I was saying, whoever they got it designing these skins needs a raise.
They want me to spend all my money on this game. Caustic Killing Joke that one was cool. The Octane one looked awesome. The Revenant.
What about the Heirloom?
Now you're gonna talk about the Heirloom. The Heirloom looks awesome. I think it was a great idea. I mean, what idea would you have for Caustic?
It's because where can you go with it? Something that he can carry. Like you're not gonna like he's gonna carry a canister.
Something he could swing. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, canister wouldn't be viable if you really think about it. It's like it's weird. It's awkward. It's like a big tube.
What's this anime with Brotherhood?
FMA? Full Metal Alchemist?
Full Metal. Is he the one with the axe that has? Which what am I thinking? That there was a guy with an axe. Oh no, it's a movie. Sorry, Alita.
Oh, Alita Battle. I've not seen that movie.
Oh, dude! After this show, we're gonna get food and we're gonna watch it. So he has this battle axe that has like a turbine. So when he goes and swings, it just.
Oh, like Reinhardt, dude. You should have just said Reinhardt.
Okay, Reinhardt.
Oh, he has a hammer. My bad. There's a difference. Yeah. Battle axe, hammer.
So that's what I thought. It was cool that he can have that and it gets powered by the smoke. So I thought it was a good idea. It's funny that it runs on batteries. I thought that was like.
Is
dude,
that batteries?
Is it? What did he change?
Or is it canisters?
Oh, is it okay?
Wait.
Whatever it is.
You want me to make it? You want me to see it again?
Right here, it does it. Oh, it is a small little canister.
It's like a baby canister, and you see the gas come out of it.
Yeah, and I think that's funny because you would think like in the future they would have something that would be like.
First of all, why would a hammer be powered by a battery?
Now the other thing would be cool if the skull could talk to him.
Well, I don't know about talking.
But just make facial expressions.
Or something like that. You knock someone down and it like laughs and gas comes out of his mouth.
I'm telling you.
Get me on the design team right now.
I'm not good at making initial ideas. I'm good at improving ideas.
Yes.
I found that out in my life. Like I won't initially create something, but like, see, I can make this better somehow.
In some formal way. But yeah, so this event's going to be coming out on the 7th. Make sure you guys stay in tune for that.
This week then.
Yeah, this week. And also with that, there's going to be a new mode called Flashpoint. And it's a ginormous bubble that covers an area. And in that bubble, you cannot use your shields, any heals. And there is no heals on loot. And you get recharged and healed over time in that bubble.
So a lot of running, gunning.
Running, gunning, covering, healing, everything. All that good stuff.
That's exactly how Prodigy plays the game.
You're hilarious. That's why I'm better than you.
It is true. I admit it. He is a lot better than me. But while I'm fighting, he's under the ladder. Like, I hope they don't fire me here.
Hey, but we make a good team, okay? There's no doubt about that.
We need to start streaming it more.
Yes, man.
Maybe
you know what? I never get a text. Let's get on Apex and stream.
Sweet Buttermilk? What's her name?
Who?
The one on Instagram. Sweet Buttermilk. Butter. No sé qué.
Who are you talking about?
We're gonna start finding streamers to stream with us. If not, we'll pay somebody to stream with us.
Pay people. Game Lancer. Continuing on to, I think, was to me one of biggest pieces of news this week because it's just crazy.
My thing before you even is like, I thought they maxed out. We're not gonna add any more fighters. We have enough.
Oh, it's because they had to finish their last fighter for the pass. You know, the people who paid the pass, they needed the last fighter. Well, this is the trailer that they showed, by the way, 2 days before the direct, where like they went in depth with everything. Hopefully,
I think it's one of the biggest things I've ever seen collaboration wise.
Oh yes.
Because I've seen Yoda in Soul Calibur. I've seen Metal Gear.
Darth Vader in Soul Calibur. I remember that
Darth
too.
Vader. I remember Metal Gear in Smash. But dog, Minecraft is a freaking phenom as far as gaming and recognition. Dude, there's no kid from the age of 5 to 60 that doesn't know.
I think there's no person in the world. Well, a good amount of people in the world know what Minecraft is.
I think you go to Bolivia and they know what Minecraft is.
Yes, I think Minecraft is established such a presence in the world, you know.
And funny because you and I were talking about this game before when we were setting up the show. So you were telling me that they had to revamp the whole game for Steve?
Dude, so Sakurai had to go into every map in this game and rebuild it so that Steve could play. Steve, Alex, the zombie, Enderman, those are the skins. You know how you could change colors? That's what they have for them. But dude, it's crazy how he works. So you have your tools, right? And what you do is you summon a crafting table.
Yeah.
Once you summon the crafting table, you have to collect the resources by mining on the ground. Depending on what ground you mine on, if you're on a ship, you grind more. You mine more iron. If you're on a earth platform, you grind. You mine more
dirt,
wood and dirt. So he had to do all that. There's different biomes for the map that change it. He could build blocks and
so the counters don't let him craft.
What happened?
The counter for Steve, Alex, and the Enderman is not to let him craft. Go in there, break his arm, so you can't.
Yeah, but dude, I'm just so excited to see how people are gonna play him because it's super interesting. Like you could craft TNT, you can craft a minecart, you could craft mine tracks, you can craft redstone, a powered rail.
How does that work in the Smash Brother universe though? Because even when to be honest with you, I love Metal Gear. I love Solid Snake being in this game. But the way they use him in the game, it's kind of it doesn't really work that well.
In what sense, though?
In the sense that, he's very clunky. I'm going to put a landmine here. And, I'm going to do a mortar strike. But, and that when you're telling me that, because if you see all the other characters, they move quick. Mario and all, Lucas, all these guys move really fast with their moves and their abilities. He brings out the Nikita and he's poof, and he's trying to chase you with the rocket. And everybody's moving at light speed. It's kind of, so I don't know how Steve would correlate in that universe when you're you guys fight over there. I'm mining here real quick. You know?
Well, neither is it slow mining, it's a second and you have things coming out.
Yeah, but do you press up and square for mining and down in triangle? Because that's basically
it would be
I'm playing Smash. I'm playing All Stars Battle. Triangle, square.
Triangle. But yeah, it's just really interesting though how different and Steve is gonna be when it comes to the fighters, and I think. This came out of left field. A lot of people were suspecting a bunch of other different people. Yeah. They thought it was gonna be someone else, but when they showed Minecraft Steve coming into Super Smash, I think everyone was just super excited.
It's just it's because most companies are very close to their chest when it comes to IPs, and it's so funny that Xbox and Nintendo have been hey buddy, how about we put Will of the Wisp on your system? How about Cuphead? How about we put Minecraft in your game, huh? How about let's work together, and it's good. I'm glad that they're doing that. My thing is, the sky's the limit now. You got Minecraft here. What is stopping you from putting Master Chief, Phoenix from Gears.
Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, there's a lot. There is a lot to
You put
imagine.
Fable characters in it. Well, that's kind of like Zelda, basically.
But yeah, no, I definitely agree.
The Forza car.
Forza car. That's Wrecker put Rocket League car as the next fighter.
Welcome to the fighters. It is a Subaru from Rocket League.
Oh my gosh, that would be funny. So yeah, that was, I mean, the only good big news that Nintendo had this week.
The more and more they do these other characters that come out of left field, the more and more they look like All-Stars Battle Royale.
I don't know if I can agree with that one. Google just shed a tear. Oh man, I want to play as Kratos again. But
what I liked about All-Stars was the maps, the
I think it's
combination.
You know
map.
what it is? I think it's just nostalgia of all these games that you've played during those years, and and seeing them all in one game was good.
So Steve, Enderman, Zombie, they play all the same. They're just skins.
It's
right?
just skins, yes.
Nothing changes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would love to be able to do another Smash tournament, and I would like to see maybe like a E-Jazz or Salchicha Man, where use our boy
Guayaba Salvaje says that he's gonna pick him up and try to start mastering him.
And or maybe even Gamer Action, where he's really good. So
Gamer
I would like
Action.
to do another Smash tournament to see how people can use Steve or counter Steve.
Yeah.
And I think, and it'll be amazing to see like those really high-end evil players use.
That's what I'm excited
and
for.
see if they actually say, hey, this guy is viable, you should use him, or they stick with their old guys.
Yeah. There's gonna be, I think, a change in Smash because it's just
Shout
very,
out to
very
Liv,
different.
by the way.
Okay, continuing on, guys. We're moving on to plays of the week. We are.
Oh.
Where even is it? Oh, there it is.
And that's the way the news goes.
So now we're going to the plays of the week, guys. Remember, if you guys want to submit your plays of the week, you guys can at GameBrossClips@gmail.com. We take submissions all week, and if you guys want to submit any clips you guys have, you guys can send us there. Send it there at GameBrossClips@gmail.com as a video file or as a link to either your Twitter, YouTube, or Instagram even, and just send it to us there with. If you guys can, going into the future, put your gamer tag. I know we can probably see it in the clip, but just to make sure that we have it correctly and have it written correctly. So make sure you guys put and send it with your gamer tag, because some of your emails do have your real name, and we kind of refer to each other as gamer tags. I'm Prodigy and that's Kuko.
Yeah, we don't want you guys to DDoS attacks.
Yeah, or anything like that. So just moving forward, do that.
So one of the biggest clips we got was from team. What were the two teams in the finals?
Wait, whoa! I didn't get any. Wait,
well, they could just go to our Twitch and watch the big butt whooping that they gave.
The biggest, longest clips that you guys can see from this week was Team Luminescent versus Team Gugu in the R6 tournament we had on Friday.
Yeah, Team Gugu got wrecked.
I mean, I don't know if
they got wrecked like the 49ers
I don't know if Team
got
Pingu
wrecked.
did any better.
Well, it's because, we had
I'm messing.
mosh pit of players.
Yeah, I agree. I can see where I imagine me on the team. I can see where the chaos could have happened.
It all started with Quito. It just starts with him not picking his operator, and giving us fake news.
Blitz and Monty.
Nothing but
we don't.
It's all fake news. It's phony stuff.
Like, yeah, guys, walk in there. It's safe. No one will get killed.
Now you want to know where it's not safe is on shipment in the battlefield against Rampage Legend. Rampage Legend out here on shipment, dropping bombs, just dropping kills all over the place. Look at him just mopping the floor here on Cranked.
So Rampage Legend, can you give me the number of the person that sent you the batch file for this cheat? I want to get this auto aim bot that you got going on here.
Why do you say that? You don't think Rampage pulled through?
He did it. I'm watching it. I'm watching it happen. He's shooting rainbows and stuff. I see all these rainbows going down, but I gotta see it in person because when we had determined, I thought Rampage was gonna show us some action like this, and then MVP MJ King just put him.
Am I hearing some COD tourney call-outs right now?
Dude, a lot of our fans want another COD tournament.
Hey, I mean, I think
just vote, right?
I'm down. That's all you guys gotta do is vote. Now, before I go to the next clip, Kuko.
Yes.
You like to call yourself the Dome Doctor.
I am the Dome Doctor.
You're the Dome Doctor. But I think our person, Ray Potts,
wants to take my title.
Wants to take your title on this.
I gotta see this. This
is a round 3-4. They're down points in ranked match. He needs one to tie it up, so it's a 4-4 game.
Okay.
And it's a 2v5 situation.
2v5.
So let's see how he does with a P90 ACOG. Putting in that work. 2v5 situation.
Okay.
He's here in CCTV room. He sees one guy come in here, sprays up, gets that headshot, decides to, rotate. Let me go to Armory real quick. Opens up that door, moves in, decides to reload. Notices there's two guys there. Lands 2 continuous headshots against Buck and Thatcher. Ends up taking, I believe that's Ying out as well behind the locker. Someone else tries to go peek him and says, boom, 5th headshot.
I call shenanigans on this.
Whoa, shenanigans.
I call shenanigans because what the hell? Did the other team just decide they want to line up for this guy? It looked like they were all standing in line. Like, oh, next, please. Next. Like the first guy pops his head. I was like, am I next? Boom, boom, boom. No, who's next? Oh, am I next? Boom, boom, boom. Okay, the next guy is like, you know what? I guess everybody's dead. Maybe I should peek my head out.
Ray Potts, if you're still in the YouTube chat, if you can explain how you felt in this situation. First of all, I've never seen anyone use an ACOG on a P90. I've never seen anyone use the P90. Period.
Can you do that like in real life, or do you have to customize a P90 for the ACOG to fit on it?
No. Bro, remember Rainbow has the pick and choose for some reason. You can pick and choose a grenade on this guy, but you can't put it on this guy. So, but I mean, Ray Potts did put in his ballot.
Does he have black ice on
for
his
the title
skin too?
Dome Doctor. Yes, he does actually.
Okay, he deserves it. You are the new official Dome Doctor.
Dome Doctor.
And he's using Doc.
Doc, yes.
Yeah, there you go. Dome.
And the doctor. Doctor's in the house.
He's the Dome Doctor.
That's how it is. So thank you guys for those who put in those clips. Rampage Legend, Ray Potts. Those were awesome, amazing, phenomenal clips. So again, guys, GameBrossClips@gmail.com, so that way we can display your amazing plays here on the show. And like Kuko put in earlier, that's the way the news goes. And now we're moving on to what you guys can spend your hard-earned cash on this week.
So for the last couple of weeks, we've been kind of dry when it comes to this. And this week, we actually have a good number of games that are coming out this week. How many of them do you want to buy? How many of them we will suggest for you to buy? It's another question.
Absolutely agree.
But at least they are games coming out. I remember there was one week that no games came out.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
we're
that
literally
is
like,
weird.
So that's the way the news goes, and that's everything. Because there was nothing else that week.
And then we got a couple of VR games. We got a couple,
So let's get right into it with Foregone. Foregone, coming out on the 5th of October. PS4, Xbox, and the Switch. Interesting 2D platformer action game, I guess you want to call it. This reminds me... Actually, I don't. I'm trying to think of what it reminds me of, actually. I know I've played games like this, though, before.
This game looks really good.
I like it. I wouldn't say it's 16 or 64-bit. I think it's a nice 128-bit. It's pixelated, but not, super. Yeah, and there's, a nice definition.
And you got a combination of swords and weapons and the boss battles. This, I'm gonna put this in my cart.
It looks interesting. It looks really cool. Yeah. I like the character. I like the way the fighting looks.
Did our boy Record puts the list together? Did he put pricing?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
So do you want to take a little shot at it?
Let's see if I think this game should cost $20 to $30.
Crap Rapper said 20. Google's saying 20 to 30. I don't know if anyone in the YouTube chat as well.
It looks really interesting.
People in YouTube hate this record. How come? I mean, I don't know if you know if you've seen any of the reviews or anything like that. To me, it looks pretty interesting. I love the art style. I like the way it looks like it's flowing. So, but pricing $30.
Okay.
It's a $30 game, coming out on the 5th for PS4, Xbox One, and Switch.
So is this game out on PC now?
Foregone.
Yeah. I'm just wondering because is that why people hate it? Because they played it on Steam and they're like, because trailers, trailers could, trick you.
Oh, I know. We've seen it before. We've definitely seen how trailers could trick people.
All right,
it's
cool.
too much like Dead Cells.
That's what it reminded me of. I knew there was a game that.
Yes. I guess, but I can see that, and we're gonna talk about a game like something that took stuff from something.
From something.
But going into the next one, we got Nickelodeon Kart Racers Dose.
Yeah, this one stole carts.
What do
Our boy. Let me see what characters they is. It Ed and Earl.
And Earl. That's from Cartoon Network.
Eddie. Who is it? Dexter's Laboratory.
That's Cartoon Network as well, or Boomerang.
Yeah, bro.
Yes, it is. Yeah, Cuckoo. We got SpongeBob. We have Aang from Avatar. We have the Rugrats. We have Arnold. Hey, Arnold.
Oh, so that's who stole Mario's cart. SpongeBob.
Jimmy Neutron.
SpongeBob's like, hey, can I get that cart, Mario?
If you want to talk about stealing carts, what happened? Actually, Little Big Planet Karting is an old game.
Mod Nation Racer was the game.
Mod Nation Racer was the game.
Okay.
But
so if you want some bootleg karting game, remember SpongeBob took forever to get his driver's license. I don't remember.
So Crap Rapper says $40. Kuko, what do you think?
I'm gonna say this is a $60 game.
60.
Yeah, full-fledged game.
Why? Is it because they got your boy Leonardo and Donatello in there? Michelangelo,
The
Raphael?
Turtles are in there?
Yeah, of course. They're all
$60 for sure.
$60
Gotta pay a lot of royalty.
Sure.
They got the slime and everything.
Well, it's $40.
Oh, $40.
It's coming out on the 6th for PS4, Xbox, and Switch.
I think Crap Racker's cheating. I think he's Google searching all his crap.
Well, he had the last one wrong.
Okay.
I don't know about the killer preview. Esteban, Mr. Illskill says he'll pay $11 for that. I would pay $11 for it.
So basically, he's gonna wait for Black Friday to get a discounted.
He could probably get it at $2 at Black Friday. But moving on to the next game, we got Blast On, which is a PC VR game for now. And it's
now this
out
game,
on
wait.
the 8th.
It's like when they made the Mario and the Nintendo karting game.
Oh, okay. Wait, let me go back.
Did they like how many copies are we gonna sell? Are we gonna sell a lot? Like,
did they? Oh, okay.
Like,
did they think
my
about
thing
it?
is, yeah, like right now is Nintendo. Like back in our day, Nickelodeon had like
a presence,
heft to it. You know.
Yes. Now
it's these kids don't. There's Netflix and they just YouTube everything.
I don't think I agree with you.
Like
Nickelodeon
most of the kids are they gonna watch this? I guess SpongeBob and the Turtles are the ones that are gonna have to carry this game.
But even then,
But they're like, who the hell's Arnold? Who's this blonde-headed kid?
I don't think a lot of kids know who Hey Arnold is. They don't never seen the show in their lives. But I mean, even then, I think that there's quality that lacks in this game. It just doesn't look as I think it should look. It looks like a PS3 game.
All you need is a plumber, and that's it. It'll be like, oh my god, this game's amazing, 10 out of 10.
A plumber. All right, moving on to Blast On. It is coming out on the 8th for PC VR. It is a 1v1
Rock'em Sock'em Robot?
PvP. You're actually shooting guns, hence the word blast. And the bullets move in slow motion. And you have to land hits on each other and try to dodge while shooting. And there's like an HP bar, and you got to bring it all the way down.
Dude, it moves in slow motion. How can you not dodge these things?
You got to dodge like your entire body, though. Like everything.
You
can't step out of the ring as well.
Do what Riddle Rex did. Just prone on the floor and just dive on the couch like she was doing the day we were playing.
Crap Rappers is putting down $20.
I say this is a $30 game.
$30.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta pay for the R&D.
Never mind. We can't even guess the price on this one because since it's on Steam, Steam loves to not put their stupid
It's like,
price
surprise.
until the game launches. I don't understand why Steam does that.
Does
so
Steam? Can
there's
you
no
not
price.
pre-order on Steam
No, you can add it to your wish list.
for whatever price it'll come out
Whatever
with?
price it will come out with.
It's like, yeah, you wish this game, and guess what? Surprise is $100.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so moving on to the next one, we have Iconfall.
Well, Crap Rapper, I was right.
Oh no,
you're wrong.
Iconfell.
Iconfell?
Yeah, coming out on the 8th.
You can
for
fall.
everything. This is a turn-based strategy game.
See, this game would have looked better if they would have been everywhere except Switch. But once they had to add Switch, it has to look like a freaking Nintendo 64 game.
I don't know if that affected it at all. But yeah, if you guys like turn-based strategy games,
It looks like a turn-based strategy game for like South Park.
what do you mean?
Just like the way the little cartoon characters are moving, the shape of them. If just replace the characters and just put Kenny and Stan and make it a South Park strategy game,
it would be the same thing.
It would sell like 10 times more.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you guys can get this game on the 8th on everything. Any price guesses, Kuko?
$15.
15? Okay. Well, you're going to have to put $5 more.
$20.
$20.
If it was 15, I would have bought it just so I could play with it when I'm on the toilet, but nah.
But no, $20 is a bit too much.
Yeah, for I Can Fall. And you can fall.
Iconfell. Oh, yes. Now, next game, Ride 4. Coming out on PC, PS4, and
There was a
Xbox.
Ride 3 and 2
and 2
and 1?
1. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I feel like we announced Ride 3 like last year. I don't know if I'm
So
mistaken.
it's a motorcycle game.
Yes, but this is the next gen trailer because it will be available on next gen as well.
Is it cross-buy?
I didn't look too far into that. I don't know. I wouldn't say, but it looks damn good. That's for sure.
It does.
If you guys want a bike simulating game, this is it. Nothing else.
It looks really good. $60.
Ooh, Wrecker. Crap Rapper's threatening to take your throne and your role here. He literally just stated, by the way, Blast On is not only just on PC, it's on PlayStation 4. As well. And the Quest. Wrecker. Someone didn't do their homework. No, I'm kidding. But Crap Rapper's saying this is a $60 game. Kuko, what do you think?
I agree. It's one of those games that should cost $30 because I don't think
30.
Okay, it's because I'm speaking as a businessman. I'd rather sell 1 million of these games at $30 than sell half a million
At 60.
which is still the same. It's still 1 million. But I'd rather make it up in volume because I don't think people are willing to cough up $60 for a game like this. I think that if it was $30, people would
But it's
cough
a
it up.
full-fledged bike simulating. It's like simulating racing game.
Yeah, okay. Nobody's going to buy biking games.
Okay. Well, it's $50.
You're both wrong.
You're both wrong. It's $50. But I mean, the game does look great. It does look good.
I understand. It looks really good. Like I can see visually, it looks amazing. It's just how many people do you know? Like, dude, I can't wait to play that bike game.
To play bike racing games.
Oh, I can't wait till
I
Ride 4
absolutely
comes
agree.
out. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying the game doesn't look good or handle good.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you would sell more if it was, same thing with the Nickelodeon one. I would sell it for $15 and just sell more of them than have a high price and maybe not sell any.
Absolutely. No, I absolutely agree there. So, moving on to the next game.
This is another one I saw. It's like, does this still exist? Is this still a thing?
It's because they made a new series, which is
I can
garbage.
see that. I can see Ben 10 looks like crap.
Oh my goodness, the series is so trash, and I'm sorry, but this is my killer preview. This game looks like garbage.
Well, we're gonna kill the game and kill the cartoon because if the cartoon looks like this game, what did they do to my boy Ben Tennyson?
Oh, he's like a kid. He's like a little kid, and I don't know. I miss old Ben 10. That's all I'm saying. I remember playing.
And Ben 10 was such a great idea.
Yes, it was.
My son's idea is amazing too.
Ring Boy.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I agree. I would love to see Ring Boy.
Because it kind of plays into this kind of thing.
Yeah. Do you remember? I don't know if you ever got it, but I remember playing on my PSP Go. The Ben 10 Ultimate.
Yes.
Omni Ultimate something games.
Yeah.
Those were some of my favorite games on the
Yeah.
PSP Go. I just always thought Ben 10 was so cool.
I agree.
And now they
I
just
thought it was
made
such a
this,
great character.
this crap and they just ruined it. I don't
And
know why
the
they gotta
aliens,
go.
the aliens that he could turn into.
Yes, and like the evolved forms and it was so much, and they go on and put this little kid over here. And
My thing, this is my thing. So they had Ben 10, and it was doing good, and then they canceled the show. I got an idea. Let's bring it back and make it look crappier. Why not just
right?
If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and making it crappier is not gonna make it come back. And
yeah. No, I definitely agree.
I guess there's some shows like Family Guy that got canceled, and then they came back, but it was still the same Family Guy. It wasn't like Family Guy's like, you know what? Maybe we should change the way Pete attacks.
Yeah, and a different look or anything.
Yeah,
like that.
like if
Absolutely agree. So do you want to have a price guess on this
Avatar
point?
was the same. Avatar came out. Then they're like, oh, let's bring Avatar again. They didn't say, hey, let's just remake the new one and make it look crappy. They're like, hey, let's make a different kind
Or
of
the
Avatar.
continuation of the story. Yeah.
So they should have let's not do Ben 10. Let's do John 15 or something. I couldn't think of another
There's
name.
Bible chapter.
Right, 316. I said I whooped your ass.
Oh my gosh.
This is like a $40 game.
$40 game,
Yeah.
even with the couch co-op.
Couch co-op.
Dude.
It's $30 for couch co-op.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So Crap Rapper says $30. Ill Skills says $10 for that Jimmy Neutron looking game.
He does look like Jimmy Neutron. He does, dude. Why did they do that to boy Ben Tennyson?
Oh my gosh. And
It's Ben 10, so it should cost $10.
so the final verdict is $40.
I was right.
You said 30, dude. You agreed with Crap Rapper.
Oh damn! You messed me up with that couch co-op stuff.
Dude, come on. This game is just, I don't know. It looks too out of date. You know what? Do you know why? This is why there's stereotypes of movies or characters that get turned into video games are garbage. This is because games like this exist. Or
Yeah.
games like Nick Racing, Nick Karting or whatever it's called.
Nick
exist.
Jr.
That's why there's that reputation of these games not doing so good, you know? It's because they don't back it up enough.
I don't want to be a dick, but the guy that's like putting in all those hours making this game, he's
I
like,
know.
does he get home and say like, baby, you should have seen I made this game. I made Ben 10 look like Jimmy Neutron. And I can't wait for this game to come out because we're gonna sell it for $40 and everybody's gonna buy it. Or is he like, this game sucks? Ben 10 looks like a dweeb. Like, why can't we go with cool Ben 10?
I absolutely agree. I don't know. Whatever.
Maybe they could mod him to those.
from Ben 10 to playing with soccer balls. We got FIFA 21.
I had no idea FIFA was gonna come out this year. I'm surprised. I thought they were gonna skip a year.
Oh, you really thought?
Yeah.
You thought EA would let up the chance to get all those Europeans back on another FIFA game?
European or I'm a peon? Oh damn! They got choreographed dancing celebrations. $60. Oh, look at that! They got the dummies.
Agile dribbling. Ooh, passing through the leg.
Damn, they got basketball courts.
Dribbling through the leg. Yeah, bro. You aren't ready for this.
I'm ready. I was born ready.
Oh, yeah? Well, FIFA 21 launching on the
Everything?
9th on everything except the Switch.
Of course, the FIFA Switch is getting. We get FIFA 21. They get FIFA
19.
No, we don't know what year. It's probably like FIFA 17. They just don't want to say it. It's like FIFA, guess what year?
Oh my gosh.
FIFA with a question mark. Like, guess what year?
I also feel like so at the top of the screen, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it has like the different sections of like what they're going through. And one of them is natural collision system. I feel like they've been going over that for the past like 8 years.
Okay, guys, we've been trying this. We finally got it down. players are gonna crash into each other now. No more clipping or going through them.
I feel like Madden needs to work on that better than in FIFA.
Dude, before you worry about collision, worry about like having the soccer players actually stop the damn ball. Or
gosh.
passing where you want to pass. Sometimes like I'm gonna pass it to this guy. Like I didn't want to pass to the other guy.
Yeah. So we're also gonna still see Volta in FIFA 21 as well. So yes.
You know what Volta means, right?
You
Means
know, I think you told me.
microtransaction.
Oh.
You meant in real life, Volta's just like indoor soccer, basically.
Skills, you better keep those words to yourself before.
Speaking of soccer,
before
hey,
Pez.
I see you live.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, speaking of Pez is eating
That's what I was
FIFA's
about to
lunch.
say. That's what I was about to say. Skills. Pez might take over FIFA in the coming years. We just don't know.
Especially if Sony buys Konami.
Oh.
Which are supposedly leaks of that. But speaking of Pez, though, Pez has taken some of the Italian teams. So, like, last year, Juventus wasn't... Like, if you play FIFA 20 or in FIFA 21, there's no Juve. They have some weird name there. And little by little, FIFA is becoming Pez. Little by little, FIFA's not going to have all the rights to some of these soccer teams. That was one of the knocks before on Pez, that they had generic names, generic teams, but little by little, they're buying the licenses for these teams.
Now we're gonna see some nice. Now we're gonna see some combat against.
So wait, $60, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Do you think EA will want any less?
And microtransactions.
Yes. So that is coming out on the 9th.
So Ilskills could be on the soccer pitch with his Daisy Dukes.
Next game, we got The Survivalists coming out on the 9th, coming out on everything.
What the freak is this?
Alone. Or with friends. This is a game.
Bear Grylls the game?
This is a survival game. It's like an open world sandbox survival.
Is this
like
made by the guys that made
building,
Terraria?
Base building. Actually, I think it's made by the people that made Pixel Piracy.
Same company.
No. Wait. Who's Team 17?
Oh, no.
Because Terraria is Relogic and 505.
So it's a pirate game.
I think Team 17 did work with 505 though on the pirate
Okay.
game. Because look at the when you see a title screen, you're gonna see the letters look exactly like from a game.
Copy and paste.
Oh wait,
the
is
font?
it Escapists?
Maybe Escapists. That's why it's called The Survivalists. Prodigy.
Bro, I'm the one that look at the title. Look at the title. You see Survivalists? You see the font?
It looks just like...
It's just like the Escapists.
Yes.
I was right. You didn't even say anything. All right.
No, you're talking about the pirates. Well, I guess pirates are technically future prisoners, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Thanks.
My son would kill for this game.
Riker, calm down. Stop screaming at me, dude. You make it seem like if I played Escapist like 24/7, I played it like twice before my brain blew up because DJ Fuego filled me with a bunch of information that I didn't know you had to do in that game. And I was just like,
This game looks...
I don't know how to play this game.
This game would be fun to play and stream with friends.
Oh, yes. Building a little village. I
You escape to another universe?
Could we consider this a sequel? They escape prison, so they end up surviving.
Part 2. Now you're out. Now survive.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a $30 game, but it should be a $100 game.
Whoa, $100?
Talk about the hours and hours and hours of gameplay.
Get out of here. That's like saying No Man's Sky is $100 worth.
Oh, that should be $1 million.
Wow, you're funny. Well, Crap Rapper said 15. Kuko, your price?
$20.
$20?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you guys are going to have to come to a compromise, and $25.
I was closer without going over.
Yes. So the price is right. Dun-dun-dun-dun. So that is all the games you guys can get and spend your hard-earned cash on this week. So, yeah. We have one review for this week, which was a game that came out literally last Sunday. So let's get into the reviews. Or review.
So you said that they announced this game on the last State of Play?
Yes, sir.
So
I don't know if it was the last one.
is
Maybe
this
the one before.
is this exclusive to the
No.
PlayStation? Xbox?
Not at all. No, it's not on Xbox.
PC and PlayStation.
And wait, no, is it on Xbox? Holy crap! Now you're making me doubt myself.
No, I'm just wondering.
I think it's PC, PS4, mobile.
Mobile?
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
This actually runs on mobile?
Yes.
Platform?
I've not seen the quality, but this game it runs on mobile. I don't know how, but Team MiHoYo knows their stuff. So it's on the Switch as well. So yeah.
Again.
PS4, Switch, and mobile and PC.
Again, if you could port it to the Switch, might as well port it to mobile.
Might as well port it to mobile. So yeah, Xbox is the only ones left out of the loop here.
Is it probably time exclusive or something?
That I don't know.
Okay.
They haven't really said. But I know that PlayStation got exclusive stuff, like from the game. Like we got exclusive awards. So I think again.
Okay,
I
I haven't played this game.
Japanese. Yeah, so you're gonna question me.
Yeah. So
On everything.
my first question is, what is the story in this game? Or is there a story? Is there no story?
Yes.
Okay.
So basically, at the beginning of the game, you see a cutscene, and it's this character of male and female character. They both end up fighting against.
Don't. Assume genders.
It's male or female. It already tells you.
Okay.
So you go and like the cutscene goes, and it starts off with them fighting some goddess, like some evil goddess or whatever.
Yeah.
And it ends up being that, depending on who you pick, the other one would be banished and exiled. They get sucked into some portal that goddess makes.
So
and
you
gets
picked the
banished.
boy.
I picked
the girl
male. I
gets.
picked male.
The girl gets exiled,
She
so you
gets
have to
exiled
try
and
to save.
banished.
If you would have picked the female, the guy gets exiled. She has to go get him.
Yes. But
I
the thing
that.
is,
Pretty
he
smart.
gets like knocked out. I picked he, so I'm gonna say it from my side. So he gets knocked out, and you end up waking up on a shore of an island in some new world, some place that you weren't in, because you were fighting in the sky. You were fighting in some air temple or some sky or something. You end up getting knocked out, ends up waking up in the middle of like a beach, and then from there, there's this thing called there's this person called Paimon, which is like this little fairy, which works as like your inventory and everything else.
Yeah.
And she guides you to like this town called Mondstadt, and that's like the name of like that area, the country.
Yeah.
And then you go and you talk to people around there, and that's when you meet like that girl that's in red, Amber, and then she like takes you to the town, and you start discovering things about the town and the world. There's gods, like there's this guy called Venti. He's the air god. He believes in freedom, so everyone in that country, in that area, is like free. He doesn't have too many rules. There's this dragon called Storm Terror, which guards like that area. So it's kind of going through the whole thing of your
Switch
sister.
it back so they don't get.
Oh, that's my bad. Well, here is actually gameplay of me and a couple of friends fighting a boss in the game. So it has the story is you're trying to get back to your sister, trying to save your sister, but it ends up being that your sister actually turns evil. She joins something called the Abyss Order, which are the people that are trying to destroy the country.
So the person that gets exiled is brother, sister, not
Yes.
boyfriend or girlfriend.
No, it's brother, sister. Really.
Okay. All right, cool.
So if I pick guy, so my sister is ended up being the main enemy, and she's actually throughout like different things you see that she's with the Abyss Order working on like a bunch of like plots.
And this
stuff
game
to-
is free.
Yes.
Why?
Dude, this game, I have never seen a better free game than this one. Fortnite was great. I still think Fortnite's a good game, but again, not my cup
It
of
wasn't
tea.
free for me, but yeah.
It wasn't free for me either. I bought Father's Pack.
Yeah.
But
I bought the stupid Save the World.
save the world. But I mean, this game's free. So it's a open world RPG.
I thought it was a single player game,
Mhm.
but and then I came to find out that it's an open world 4-player game.
Yes, you can do for co-op. Crap Rapper, I'm already ranked 22, by the way. I keep reading your comments. I'm ranked 22. I'm 2 levels behind you. I'm catching up. Don't worry. But, yes. So, the way the thing works is that the co-op is actually locked. by your rank level.
Yeah, basically they want you to figure out the mechanics of the game before you.
But it's kind of, I know that some people might say it's a bit extensive because it does take a bit of time to get to the level 16 threshold. But once you get level 16 or even hit level 20, everything starts opening up.
Yeah.
Like, and even before then, there's so much to do in the world. Like a lot. You can go anywhere and you'll find something.
So is there a story path?
Yes, there's story quests.
Okay, and then they got side.
And then
quests.
you have like the world quests will be side quests. You also have like the dungeon quests.
Mm-hmm.
Like you go into like this like dungeon gate and you go in there and do something, which some of those are locked by levels. So yeah, like what you're seeing behind me is a world boss, and those are bosses that, depending on your adventure rank, randomly start opening up and start spawning in the world. So as we keep progressing in like the ranks and stuff, we're gonna have different bosses that are gonna like come out and stuff like that.
Okay, my other question. So let's say I'm level 10, and you're level 40. Does things scale up, or
You can't join me.
so I cannot join you?
No, you're level 10.
Okay.
You
okay.
unlock
Okay.
You unlock
my
co-op at
bad.
16.
So
if
let's say I'm 16 and you're 40.
I can join you, but you can't join me.
Okay, so you can help the lower guy get.
Whoa,
up.
no, wait. What am I talking about? So there's another level thing called world level, and that has to do with like
How far you progress in the story?
overall. Not even progressing in the story. It's like it takes into account a bunch of stuff. Your rank, your character levels individually, your weapon levels. So the thing is, once you hit rank 20, you get to world level 1. And anyone from world level 1 and under, they can't join your world. So you need to be 20 or higher to join world level 1 world. Then once you get to 25, you get to world level 2. So only the people from 20 to 25 can like participate with each other. I don't know if I'm kind of explaining this.
You're explaining it, so like if your friend
Because
started the game early and I started late,
Yes.
it kind of sucks though.
Because what they're trying to do is limit the whole OP people can help the weak person advance like in nothing.
Yeah.
Because this game is a gacha game.
A gacha
And that's why it's free as well.
Why? What's a gacha game?
A gacha game is games like, you never seen that. I don't know if you remember me playing Dokkan, Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle on my phone. Clash Royale. You pool randomly through gambling. So the way you get characters in this game is through summoning. You get 10 of, let's say, they're called fates, but coins. Throw them in there. You pull 10 things out, and it'll be randomized.
Okay.
So gacha games is when you just do it's like, I guess you can say it's kind of like loot box randomization.
Okay.
Where you...
Because that was my next question. How does this company make money off of this?
Yes. You can buy the crystals, which turn into the currency needed to buy the summoning crystals.
Okay.
They have a battle pass you unlock at rank 20, which just gives you...
Is that free?
It just gives you resources. There's a free, like, the free path.
Yeah.
And they have stuff all the way till the end of it. Not like games where they cut off at like 30.
Yeah.
But you can buy like a double the amount for $10, and you get the premium.
Like the premium.
But even then, I think they did a good job with the free track having stuff, and these are important resources. Like these aren't resources for nothing.
Yeah.
It's all resources all the way till the end of the battle pass, and they have they have something called like it's $5. It's called the blessing, and like over the span of 30 days, every day you'll get 90 like of certain currency.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how they make money, is through that.
Okay.
Do I see it as a necessity? No, I've not spent any money on this game, and I've been constantly getting new characters, upgrading new weapons, doing new artifacts, and that's just through playing the game, playing the quests, going around the world, discovering the world, opening waypoints, opening dungeons, fighting world bosses, moving along everything. So I don't, even though it's a free-to-play game and people automatically assume microtransactions up the yin-yang. Right now, me personally,
you don't see it too intrusive.
it's not super intrusive.
Okay.
The combat is pretty basic.
Are the characters you fight spongy, or do you feel like you're progressing to a point where like, yeah, I'm starting
It's
to?
because like my friends and I all shared information.
Mm-hmm.
We all, whatever they watched the video on, they would tell us new information. I'll watch something or read something online. I'll tell them information. Oh, I learned that this does this and blah blah. So we all share information. So we all pretty much upgrade ourselves really really well, going along our rank and everything like that. So I wouldn't say spongy, but there's bosses that are hard. Like you have to make sure you're at a good level or have good characters for it to fight them, because there was a boss one time that we went to and we're like, dude, this boss
is the boss challenging because the boss is smart and he does smart things, or is it the boss is hard because you gotta hit it like 1,000 times to kill it? Because there's a big difference between
it's because there's depends. Okay, there's certain bosses that do different things. Like, so we fought this boss called an Oceanad, and she's like a water spirit, and we fight in an arena that's made out of 3x3 tiles, like big like squares.
Yeah.
And the way she fights is that she summons these water figures, like water spirit things. And they either are birds, they're like swans, pigs, birds in the air, they're like ducklings or whatever, all water kind of based. And the thing is, like, they have patterns, but her things were random. Like, she would randomly want to spawn like a pig, 2 pigs, instead of like the birds that she spawned the last time we played her on round 1. You know, and she goes through like these waves. As we defeat those like summoning things, her health goes down.
Yeah.
Right? And but there is patterns in every boss fight. You know, there's things that they do in like a certain order. So I wouldn't say they outsmart you. Of course, there is if the boss is level 40, you're level 20, you're gonna get wrecked because your gear sucks.
Yeah.
You know, they do way more damage to you. If you don't have a healer, you're probably not gonna get heals in time. So there's that to take into account. But you're right. There is, you know, if it's level 50, it's gonna be way more spongier. If you don't have good weapons to kill it than a level 30 version of it.
Okay.
Some of the boss fights are really, really cool, though.
Okay.
Like, I will say she was really cool. She would dive and take down the platforms and open up, and you'll fall in the water. You have to swim out and stuff like that. So those were really interesting. But overall, there's a good variety of bosses. So far, we haven't unlocked, like, the level 30 stuff. We're not there yet. So we're just still going along. But I think I've put in a pretty good amount of time into this game. So
yeah, the game looks really, really good. I know that a lot of people are kind of like, oh, it's a Breath of the Wild knockoff and stuff,
but there's a lot of things that change it. Even my friend, being Guayaba Salvaje, fanboy over Breath of the Wild, says that this game does, of course, take some things because it's just RPG elements in general.
It's swords and shields and
But this game does a good job of being its own unique type of different RPG that's just intriguing. But I mean, like I was gonna mention, the combat is pretty simplistic. Circle is your main attack button, depending on what weapon you have, like the character.
I see she has swords, bows.
Yeah, there's a sword, bow, spear, great sword, grimoire, like a magic book. And yes.
Can you get a Black Clover one?
I've been wanting to find if there's a grimoire that looks like one from the show, but yeah, there's healers. You know, they got the swordsman.
So is there classes, like, or the way you level up, you could kind of fall into a class?
So the characters themselves are whatever it is. So there can be an earth character, an earth element. So the elements have a big impact on this game. So there's an earth element, and then the earth element, the character's named Noelle, and she has a great sword. But then you can have your main character become an earth element, and he'll be a normal sword user. R2 would be like your elemental move. Each character has their different elemental move. Like,
you choose that, or you equip that?
The character comes with it.
Oh.
So everything is based around the character itself. That's why the gacha aspect comes in, because you summon characters for this.
But so you're not the same person throughout the whole game?
You can't have your main character in your party the whole game, but you go and play as the different people you summon as well. So it's not when you go into cutscenes, when you go into talking dialogue for story quests, it does switch to the main character though.
Okay.
And there's certain parts where they need you to have the main character because right now, like, air elements, isn't like prominent, so you need your main character to do certain puzzles with air because you're not gonna be able to do anything with any other element. So one thing I was gonna mention was like elements.
But the main character
important.
comes with his element.
Yes.
You didn't get to choose it.
You get air, but he
so
has
he's
the
an
ability to resonate with these things called statues of 7. So the main region we're in at the beginning of the game has to do with air because the air god presides over it. Yeah. Then you can go and discover the earth section. So once you unlock the earth section, you get these other statues. You go to the statue and you can actually change your main character to a earth elemental user.
Gotcha.
Later on, they're like those are the 2 big regions right now. They're actually going to add ice and all the other ones later on, but they have that right now. The reason I was mentioning that element is such a big important like factor in this game is because you can do combinations with elements. Water and ice make frozen, so you freeze the characters. Fire and electricity make overcharge, so it makes like an explosion when you hit them both at the same time. Earth and any element makes a shield for you. It's just a lot. Water, electricity does a bunch. There's just a lot of combinations you could do, and elements really matter, So, I mean, I've explained so much, but it's just this game is. I think for a free game, it was interesting. I'm not a person to play games like this, like or grind RPGs. Yeah. I wouldn't say it's super grindy. There's some people that might say it because maybe they're not used to RPGs. Yeah. But I wouldn't say it's like really, really grindy to the top where it's like, dude, I gotta spend 1,000 hours on the game. No.
I remember when we played Final Fantasy 12, which was one of the first Final Fantasies online. My brother and I played for like a month, and we were like level 12. And I just gave up. I'm like, I don't have time for this. Like, I don't have time to play 8 hours to level up one level. Yeah. Because they just wanted you to grind and grind and grind and grind. Like, yeah. I don't see the point of it. So, I think the most important thing is that you could climb everything.
Oh, dude, that is important, but it's sometimes tedious. Like there's sometimes where the waypoint is at the top of the mountain, and you're like, bro, and you got to look around the mountain. So if I climb here, my stamina here, I could recharge it and then go climb there, and then I could recharge my stamina. Because, like, this game has a stamina mechanic where you can't dash forever, you can't run forever, and you can't climb forever. And you upgrade your stamina as you go along. But there's that as well. Wrecker brought up a point. Well, he mentioned that if you don't pick your main character during a cutscene when he has to come in, so you have to swap, like it swaps places. He mentions the game buffers a bit. I don't know if I haven't really noticed. Sometimes I don't pay attention too much. But there is points where at the game, like we fought this electricity boss, and he summoned a bunch of like lightning things all over the arena.
And it's just like...
And the game's frame rate was dying. Like it would die. But that's in co-op. When I fought it by myself, it was smooth. Yeah. So there's still things they gotta fix and work around. They're constantly updating the game and they're fixing it. But I mean, like I mentioned, dude, if it's free. To me, that's the biggest surprise to me is that this game is free, and the amount of content that it has and like vastness in the world, nothing can beat, it being free.
But even if it wasn't free, would you have bought this game?
See, I thought of that. The thing is that I didn't know what I was getting myself into, and since it was free, I was able to try it. Yeah. Now, if I wasn't able to try it and had to buy it to try it, what if I didn't like it? What if I did? Because I didn't know what I was getting myself into. Yeah. But since it was free, I was able to try it, and then I ended up liking it.
That's what I was talking about. The other games, if they would lower the price and people were more inclined to try it and be like, "Oh, I tried this game, I actually like it." Yeah. And if the price point's too high, the barrier of entry is so high, you're like, "Yeah, maybe I'm not gonna try it." No one will actually get to see this diamond in the rough. From what I hear from everyone and all you guys playing it, this game sounds very interesting. It looks very good. Yeah. And like you said, it's free. I don't understand why people just don't jump on it. And it's a great game right now since we've been lacking games. Here's this game with hours and hours of content for you. Go knock yourself out.
Yes. And like I mentioned, this for me, for this game being free was just, I think, the best thing they could have done.
Mm.
They already have over 100 million players already installed on the game,
they
and
got
it's
mobile
cross-play
players,
as well. So if like Bravo, I know Bravo's playing this game. I can join him on PC and play with him as well in co-op.
Is a cross
Progression for PlayStation, it's not. Because Sony, another little picky thing
Sony
with
likes
Sony.
to play hardball when it comes to.
If you have PC, I believe it's cross-save with mobile as well. But yeah, no. Record, what are you saying no to? The cross-saving from PlayStation, it's not. I've heard that for other things it is, unless you can correct me if I'm wrong. But, I mean, I don't know. If you like RPGs, if you like anime characters, because they look exactly like anime characters, what they look like. It looks like an anime. When the cutscenes and they're talking, I'm like, I'm watching an anime. You know, I'm just there watching it.
So it's got good graphics and everything.
Yeah, that's what, again, like I keep mentioning, dude.
This game was made in China?
That's what I was looking at right now. So the
China.
studio, let me see, is Japanese. Okay, so actually, it's a Chinese-Japanese companies, like combo of people working together. So yeah, like this game, like the main region that you start at is based around Germany. You see like the castle kind of looks German, the houses are German. The geo area, the earth area is Chinese. You see there's Chinese music, Chinese buildings and stuff like that. So they kind of incorporated that as well in there. But yeah, this is a Chinese-Japanese company that made this game.
Cool.
So yeah, if you guys are looking for an RPG or a different game
that you can play with your friends,
that you can play with your friends or by yourself or whatever, it's free. Just try it. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, go get it.
So yeah, that is our review for this week. Next week we will have a review for Squadron.
Crash Bandicoot
as well. Since it came out this Friday,
FIFA.
we haven't had a good amount of time to try it out and play it.
I could give you a review for Ben 10 if you want right now.
Oh yeah, can I get it?
Leave it alone. Walk away. Save your money.
Okay. But yeah, so remember to follow us on our socials, guys. IG, Twitter, Facebook, as well as on our YouTube if you're watching on Twitch, and if you're watching on YouTube, on our Twitch as well. If you guys go to our IG bio, all the links are there for everything you guys need, so make sure you guys go there. Our merch store. If you guys want to buy some DTD, remember to use code GameBros, capital G, capital B, to get 10% off your next order. Guys, for upcoming tournaments, make sure you guys are leaving your suggestions, Instagram polls, messages, DM us, go on our Discord, join our Discord. We have a channel now selected for tourney suggestions where you guys can put in your stuff, and make sure you guys are up to date with all that stuff, and just follow our socials so that way we can remind you guys and you guys are always
date.
there. Kuku, you got any closing statements?
No. We want to thank everybody for watching, and like we always say, live in your world, but play in ours. Game Bros.
Peace.